Good evening, ballers. Welcome to the 20th episode of the Stepback. It's your host, Leon Tompkins, and my main man, Jacob Moses, here for episode number 20, Allen Houston special.
Yes, sir. My man.
How you feeling this evening, bro?
I am good. To all my Mets brethren out there, LFGM 1-0. Magic numbers getting closer. Now it's a good day. Definitely a cool day. I'm feeling good, feeling healthy. How you feeling down there?
I'm feeling good. Today's Friday. It's a good day. We had opening day yesterday. I mean, it was the rough go, but as you said, Messi always went on opening day, so it's bound to go downhill from here.
Oh, for sure, man. It's definitely got to look forward to something. At least I get a W there. Yeah, it's definitely
guaranteed.
Guaranteed.
Yeah, man. Because usually we come at you on Wednesday nights, but we decided to push it back to tonight because we could not miss that DMX Snoop battle we had over on Wednesdays, and that was an epic battle. That was good. It was live to say the least. We had a party over there thanks to Henry and Roberto over in Pop Culture.
Yeah, that was dope. Thanks Henry and Roberto for showing up for that one. We vibed out, man. It was taking it from back in the day. It was great, and it wasn't even who won. It was hip hop won. We won. Just seeing that, it was awesome. Snoop freaking looking like a drunk uncle at the BBQ. Got DMX in the corner he's like the dad that just stopped drinking it. And he's trying so hard not to take a sip out of it. He getting his water, getting all that. But yeah, they took it back. It was great. It was good having you there, though.
Yeah, man, he wasn't trying to get Jada faded, because that's a level few can reach.
Oh man, you get drunk, then you get Jada drunk.
But to his credit, X and Snoop put on the show, man, and it was great. You got the memes of Snoop going down with the they got him going with the salsa music. So it was just a great night overall. It was real fun.
Sure, it was awesome.
Yeah, man. So this past week we're going over the rookies, and scrimmage started up.
Mm-hmm.
So that's been great, finally getting some live sports in. And so celebrating rookie week within the group, we're taking a look back at most of these rookies and their impact on the game, much like DMX and Snoop did in their day.
Mm-hmm.
Bro, how's it going down?
I'm loving rookie week. I say that's one of the pinnacles of sports. You see rookies, they come in, and we always seen that special guy. Like even from my aspect, I wasn't wasn't born yet during the Ewing things, but I saw him as his career started to go. But then, the Jason Kidds, Jamal Mashburns, the Jimmy Jacksons, going back up, even the Shaqs, Anthony Hardaway's, all those guys, and then the Kobe, the class of '96, Kobe, Steve Nash, Sharif Abdul-Rahim, the answer, AI, man. It's just, and now you're seeing those special players that come and going. Dirk come and gone now. Kobe, God bless his soul, he's gone, way too soon. But then you get the 2003 draft, Braun, Melo, Bosh, Wade, Darko. Anyway. But yeah, you see all these special guys come out, and then the generational talents. And just to have that honor of watching these guys grow up into men. And look at LeBron, one of the most likable players. Obviously, the whole decision, kind of everybody's still on that a little bit, but you cannot deny his impact on the game and what he does. Great father, person, player, teammate. There's nothing really bad you could say about that guy. But rookie week is I really wanted to do it because I like going back and looking at history. I love doing it. You know me, I love going back and talking about it. But rookie week, it's just something to behold because there's nothing like going and seeing a kid turn into a man and growing up before your eyes, just like we do, like on the normal life. We grew up right before each other's eyes, and you're just like, damn, a lot of time is going by, but it's rookie week, man. Just keep those posts going. I want to see more.
Yeah, man, it's been something, and you mentioned watching people grow. You know, it's a bit on a personal level. My daughter's birthday is tomorrow, so
Oh,
watching someone grow. Yeah, yeah. I'm gonna turn 15. That's gonna be it's gonna be an adventure, but I'm blessed and I'm glad to see it. And like you say, watching these rookies come in, LeBron, uh, Damian Lillard, he came in win Rookie of the Year. AI, CP3,
mm-hmm.
Shaq, Grant Hill. These guys grow and grow on another level until we can see the superstardom. And there are some where you wonder how much it could have been, like the Penny Hardaway, the Derrick Roses, and the Brandon Roys.
Yep.
But and and there have been some good ones, so to say, like Mike Miller, Powell, Amari. You know, watching them grow and evolve in the game is a nice sight to see.
Sure. Like another one, Blake Griffin turned himself from dunking on people's heads and look, he's actually, and I said this, I was like, listen, he would extend his career, not even a 3-point shooter. I mean, he's actually become like a 30 something percent. You see that, and you're like, okay, he's not just a dunk anymore. He can step out and, put one in your eye.
Yeah, and watching the evolution of these players expand their game. You look at Drummond; he became a bit more of a rebounder, and Weber, Larry Johnson.
Oh yeah.
They run rookie of the year. DC.
Oh yeah.
And Malcolm Brogdon. So winning rookie of the year in a loaded class is something.
Mm-hmm.
Even coming in runner up, it's just these players in the league. It's really really special.
Mm-hmm.
Another one to say, Elton Brand. I forgot he even won rookie of the year.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. He was something. He was a 20-10 guy, and then he couldn't keep it up. The body failed him, man, which sucks because he did everything well on the floor, and the legs they can't hold up. But hey, he's turned himself into a good executive, man. And
he really did.
He said that education doesn't get you anywhere.
Well, ask Kyrie.
He didn't stay that long. Probably got paid.
And then, yeah. Well, Zion got paid.
Yeah, hey, man, get your money, Zion. I had fun watching you, but I would have got out of there too.
I mean, and looking at the rookie class this year with Zion and Ja, and them coming back, competing for a playoff spot, during in their first season, just shows you how special the talent is coming up. And then you get a look at some who really didn't pan out as great as you thought they would afterwards. Michael Carter Williams.
Houseway.
Tyreek Evans. He turned himself to a solid player, but not what you would expect. Michael Okafor. Remember that supposed to be like that big decision with Okafor and Dwight Howard. So. And you had Chuck Person. I forgot.
That's a good one. That's a good one. That's a good one. I like that. You pulled that one out of your head. He was a definition of a sharpshooter.
Yeah, every so often I could pull a rabbit out of a hat.
I like it. Chuck Person.
Yeah, Chuck Person, a big Cavaliers guy, and and
He won a
Sidney
chip on the
Weeks.
Spurs.
Yep.
Um,
It's just amazing to watch rookies grow and really expand their game. It's nice to see.
It is nice to see. I wouldn't know because the Knicks always trading on what. Yeah, I wouldn't know. RJ, I'm enjoying him now. He's mature. He did mature as a player, but let's see how long he stays. But it's all about, and just I like the whole. Also, I like the draft process too. Seeing the kids go through, the combines and then the interviews with them, and of course, watching them before they get into the league. Like certain players, they're gonna make a difference when they get into the league, and then
right.
Yeah, my bad. Yeah, but you see guys, that get all the hype, like LaMelo. I'm not gonna knock the kid. There's certain things that I see in him, like his court vision. He's not. The shot got to get way better. Just like his brother. You knew his brother. I call him Jason Kidd before he even came into the league. Because that's who he reminds me of. He does everything well on the floor. Defend, freaking just smart on the floor. Vision, always important for a point guard, but he couldn't shoot. that whatever the hell that is, it just LaMelo's the same way. But he's supposed to be better, but we'll see. Just the rookie process is always interesting to watch and just see them go through the process and be.
Yeah, and you mentioned Lonzo. We have the scrimmages coming up. They started on Wednesday. A lot of the teams came back, really showing themselves out, getting themselves ready for the startup next next Thursday, I believe.
Next Thursday, yep.
Last week we took a look at the Eastern Conference teams. Some big players went down. We looked at Indiana. We got news that Sabonis went out, foot injury, so that's huge for them.
Yeah,
that's a big loss.
Man, I think he was going to show up though. I thought, man, that really sucks. Now, let's see if Oladipo might try to take on more than he can actually handle. Which coming off that injury, I don't know. Indiana might be kind of done for. Miles Turner, he might be able to get in there, but Sabonis actually just brought that toughness to the front court, this rebound that he can stretch the floor. And you said Brogdon, did he have COVID? Or is he back? Like,
no, Brogdon's back.
Okay. So you got him. That you need that lead on the floor. TJ Warren, right?
Yeah, TJ Warren.
TJ Warren, and he's so underrated. So underrated.
Yeah, he really is.
But yeah, they can still, stay competitive. I'll say that. They can stay competitive. I don't think they'll go far, but you gotta give them a
they're out there battling that 4 or 5 spot. And depending on that foot injury, it might really derail their season. But see what happens. News also. Big congratulations to Ben Simmons. He hit his first 3 in about 8 months.
It's a celebration, bitches. Yeah, but that dude, like Matt, Bushnell from Audible, he said if he gets a jumper, and as we all said, if he gets a jumper, he's top 5 in the league. There's nothing you can do to stop that kid. He's another one that does everything on the floor well. Penetrate, dish, defend. Philly, like that's your squad to make that jump. And I can see it. If he gets it going, him and Embiid, Philly they might take it. You just don't know.
Yeah, they were a bounceable away from the finals last year, and I still have big hopes for them, even with Jimmy Butler gone. But this will be real exciting to see how they when they restart. Also, in some other news, got the WNBA starting up tomorrow as well.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, I'm a big proponent of the women's game. Um, I'm excited to see some of these storylines they have going. We already know about the top pick in the league, Sabrina Ionescu,
Yep.
to the Liberty.
Sure. Lady
They play
lives.
tomorrow. Yep, they play tomorrow against Storm,
Mm-hmm.
and the return of 2018 MVP Brianna Stewart. So that's going to be real nice. I'm a big Candace Parker fan. She's supposed to be coming back this season. I want to see the Mercury Trio. Um,
Oh man.
their version of the Big Three. Um, so now with a lot of eyes focused on TV, hopefully they can get the recognition they deserve.
Sure, and like I pretty much follow the Liberty and Sabrina. I'm gonna start calling her Miss Triple Double because she has that much skill to do that. Because what she did at Oregon, she was on point. Points, rebounds, assists, she did it all. And for the Liberty to basically get the first pick in the draft, they reloaded. They traded away Tina Charles, so they just went straight youth movement, which I love with Odom. Who else they got? Nescu. Who else they got? Goodness. Oh man, it's another one from. I'm looking up my list. I had it, wrote it down actually. Kylie Shook, that was another one.
Oh,
Megan
okay, yeah,
Walker. Megan Walker from Connecticut, that was another one. They have a nice little
yeah.
squad that can make some noise. They did it better than the Knicks. That's how you rebuild.
Well, I mean, because they actually kept their picks.
Exactly. That's how you usually do it, and you get a point guard that can lead your team. But yeah, I'm pretty excited. Like I said, that big three with what is it, Griner,
Uh,
Skylar,
Tarasi,
and
Skylar
Tarazi.
Diggins, and Tarasi. Yeah,
Mm-hmm. And Tarazi, my girl. I don't know. I just always loved her from UConn. Her game, you talk about she was like the female Aotomy. It was just,
yeah,
she will dig in your ass and give you buckets. And she's still dropping buckets to this day.
still dropping
Um,
easy.
it's just, like I said, the women gotta get respect. It sucks what happened with Elena Del Don. Like she's another one. You talk about the definition of a baller. She's better than most dudes. And
Yeah.
Skylar's another one. She can give you buckets too. Don't let the pretty face fool you. She gets it going.
Mm-hmm.
Brianna Stewart, she's actually from like 45 minutes from here. She was
Oh
well
yeah.
known. Like I heard about her in like high school up here, how good she was. And then she went to UConn, and you know what Jim Calhoun does to that with that team. It's like the female version of freaking Kentucky. They get pick after
Yeah,
pick
that
after
makes
pick
sense.
after pick and just straight ballers there. And because there's so many women around the league that it's going to be fun to watch. I'm going to be watching a lot this year. I'm not taking. I'm
Yeah.
not going to take this for granted. Like having sports back, I'm watching everything, man.
Facts. And you know what? Due to the lack of exposure, hopefully we can dedicate a week within the group
Mm-hmm.
to women, and maybe focus on some of these players because you know what? They're very talented, and we could learn a lot from them. And you know what? It's something else to watch.
Mm-hmm.
It's basketball, talented, and they deserve some recognition.
Mm-hmm. For sure,
So
and definitely, it's going to be fun to watch. I'm definitely looking forward to it. I think who else we got in there. It's another one. God, it's another lookout.
I'm
But yeah, when we go over to WNBA, we're gonna definitely get the names. I gotta get my research going, get my sports brain back, getting all my names and freaking. But yeah, I'm definitely excited, man. Everything's in full. It's not the way we want it and not the way we used to it, but it's in full swing. Sports is coming back. Let's hope football can do the same.
I hope so, man. So what's your take on the Knicks head coaching search? It seems to be a different name every day.
Here we go. It's like Robert says, like 68. You got Kid, who's well respected. My favorite is Kenny Atkinson. Like I loved him with the Nets. You talking about changing your brand, changing your just whole lineage of the team, you need a coach like him. He's good with young players. Look what he did for D'Angelo Russell back, even with the Knicks. Look who he was the basically he set Linsanity in motion. That got to mean something. I respect Kid. Thibodeau, I like defensive coaches, but I don't know how that would translate. So I would rather have a guy that can work with the young team, like a Mitch Robinson, what he did with Jared Allen. Guess like Kenny Atkinson, slam dunk to me. It is a slam dunk. And like apparently, I wouldn't mind a Kenny and Mike Woodson as an assistant coach. I like that pairing right there because he was doing obviously the Clippers, but they got Paul George and Kawhi, and Woodson was pretty good putting the Knicks together and keeping them, competitive for all of 60 wins. I think he got fired. They had almost 40 something. I think they had 40 when he was fired for some reason, or they had a decent record. And just the logical choices out there, man. He knows. I don't get it because he coached in New York. He did it already. Let Kenny Atkinson rock. Let him do it. He's done it. You always talking about, well, they are always talking about, oh, we're gonna change the Knicks brand. Dude, we all know the brand of the Knicks. They're gonna make their money no matter what. But it comes to a point where you got to put the winning together. You have to do it. We sat around, we got all hyped about KP. Oh man, we starting something new. Him and Frank. I mean, I never got to see that pick and roll from them. Like I swear that could have been so deadly with those two because Frank is so smart on the floor with him and KP, and then KP goes down. Phil Jackson fucks it up. See, he's fucking my life up since fucking early 90s. It never ends. But yeah, he says something, KP gets butt hurt or whatever, and he just goes off the rail. I don't want to play for you guys. I thought Dennis Smith would be some kind of decent, but his IQ is low. I don't know if he's gonna make it here. Then we get 2 first-round picks. So hopefully one of them's in the top 3. I doubt it. It'll probably be like 7th and 24th or something like that. But one kid I want to, we'll see. We got a lot of picks and like 8 or 9 picks in the next 2 or 3 years, and they can turn it around. But like I said, if you're going to do it with somebody, Kenny, I say Kenny, Tibbs slightly second, and then Kid. So it's Kenny, Tibbs, Kid. And then Woodson got to be, I like him to be assistant. I would like to see him back in the fold. And I just bring J.L. Smith back just for the shits and giggles, so he can give him that look when he does something stupid.
Man, I don't think J.L. is leaving LeBron, man.
Nah, I can't. What would you? He's Damon Jones all over again. Like I said last episode. LeBron's coattails?
Yeah.
Shout out to LeBron though. He is. He's rock. Yo, he's embracing the gray. He did.
You seen that beard, man?
Yes, he's embracing the gray.
That's actually pretty impressive.
I was like, okay, bro.
It's real impressive. Yeah.
Sure.
Well, then because they got the set the barbershop down there in the bubble, so got their own like NBA 2K neighborhood.
Like I said, they were gonna get everything. You saw those fresh cuts. I mean, come on. They had it going. Well, let's talk about your squad. I don't know what to call them right now. You can't even call them the Brooklyn Restarts. I mean, you know anybody on this?
Well, good thing I don't get the Yes Network because I couldn't watch them. So apparently they lost by 30 or so, and it was brutal. If I gotta see that for the next 2 or 3 weeks, we might as well just pack it in.
Right? Yeah, but at least you have something to look forward to next year, though. I'll give you that. I mean, this we all knew what this was going to be about. We all knew this was just a throwaway year. It was a throwaway year / let Allen, Dinwiddie, LeVert rock, because then when KD and Kyrie come together, and you'll still have DeAndre Jordan, you guys will be a top 3 team in the East. So I would love to have that problem. Every year's a throwaway.
I mean, they should be, but it all depends on what they decide. If they decide to keep Vaughn, and if they decide to keep LeVert, But I have a feeling they're going to blow up the entire team. That's why
That
they,
would
they
be
need to have a
so
strong showing.
Yeah, Levert, man, I've been a just fan of that kid since freaking Michigan. Like him and Hardaway. Like it's my twin, Tim Hardaway. But yeah, just Levert. Like why you just see him? That would be a Nick move. You see him growing. He's dropping 50. He's decent on both sides of the floor now. Let him come on. And then Joe Harris, I'm
Yeah.
hoping to God y'all let him go. I'm hoping that y'all let him go. We need a shooter. What, man.
Well, you know who I forgot was on the team, and James mentioned it. Thank you, James. Lance Thomas.
Yeah.
I've never seen anyone more useless on the floor. The spin move, no shot. It's like you leave him open. I forgot he was on the team. Thanks for reminding me, James.
Man. Oh man. That's freaking yeah, I forgot all about that. He was decent for the Knicks though. I'll give him that. He nice leader on the floor. I think his time has passed. He's pretty much useless as Landry Fields after a while. So
Man, his time was useless about 4 years ago, maybe even longer. So I mean, at this point, the Nets are just looking for bodies. They're just going to play out the string and hope for the best. I think there was rumors of them going after Popovich, so I think that is a serious play. See what happens.
For sure. That's a lot of basketball to be playing, man. So, like I said, just strap in and hopefully everybody can stay healthy and let's get some good basketball teams. Luka, they didn't play for that long, but Luka got his minutes in. Braun got his minutes. AD, is what I've seen. KP was out there. It's it's really gonna get interesting. Well, tonight actually, we got a few games tonight, right?
Yeah, I think the Rockets are on tonight. It might be their first game. Westbrook finally came back, so Westbrook and Harden are going to be together. I think the Celtics played, the Thunder played today. The past couple of days, I was watching the Magic and the Blazers. They actually look pretty decent. So we can finally go into the Western Conference because this has been the most. This is going to be the most interesting conference. That run for the 8th spot
Sprint,
it's going to be real good.
It's going to be a sprint.
Word. Share my screen here. Cool. So taking a look at the standings here, the Lakers been on top for most of the season. They got a 5.5 game lead over the Clippers. They're in the 2nd spot. 3rd spot, 7 games back of the Nuggets. And, Joker coming back slim, looked healthy. See what Bo did the other night. They're running 5 guys over 6'8". So, they're going to be a real interesting team to watch. The Jazz, 8.5 back in the 4th spot. Thunder in the 5. Rockets in the 6th spot. Same record. Thunder, I believe, at the tiebreaker.
Okay.
Mavs 7. Grizzlies 8. Grizzlies holding that 8th spot by 3.5 games over the Blazers, Pelicans, and the Kings. Spurs 12th spot, and the Suns in the 13th spot, 26 and 39. 6 games back at the 8th spot.
Yeah.
They were missing Ayton for about 25 games due to suspension. So that really put a damper in their start.
Easily.
So we're gonna take a look at the schedules here. I'm gonna start worst to first. There we go. That's Phoenix Suns. Devin Booker and the boys. Started off with the Wizards. That's like an easy win there. Playing the Mavs, Clips, Pacers, Heat, Thunder, Sixers, and Mavericks again. 6 games back at that 8th spot. What are you looking here from the Suns?
like I said, Booker and the boys, he ain't gonna be enough. But I can see them winning. I look at this, they're gonna have a tough time because it only gets tougher. I mean, it's just Wizards, you know, okay, you got that win. Luka's gonna kill him. They have no. I feel Luka's gonna go off that game, but they might make it close. But yeah, they ain't winning that game. Clippers,
Nah.
hell no. Pacers, they might have a shot. The Heat, not a shot. If somebody freaking catches the Rona, like 3 of their players catches the Rona, they ain't have no chance of winning. OKC, solid as well. 76ers, I don't got to talk about that. And the Mavs again at the end. I can't. They might win 2 games max. They can pack it in. This is like summer league pretty much to them. Just hopefully get a win and move on.
Yeah, I mean, I like the Suns more than I like some of the teams in the bottom 6. Booker and Rubio, Oubre is supposed to be playing
Yes.
in this restart, and DeAndre Ayton, a top pick in the league, definitely has some talent. The Suns were a hot team before Ayton was out. They got some pieces. Booker's going to score.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah. They play a fast-paced game. You can't take this team too lightly if you're contending for a spot. I mean, they might sneak up on a couple, but I don't see them, catching up anywhere to contend for the 8th spot. They're way too far back. It's too much to make up in 8 games. Got the Spurs here. This team is awful to me.
Yeah, I don't know, man. It's so weird seeing them like after 20 years just always going to the playoffs and being good, and then now it's just they're in a rebuild. And but how many games they're back? You said 5, 4, 5.
About 4.5.
Okay, so let's see the
4.5,
Kings.
5.
The Kings are a tough team. You can't sleep on them. So
No.
the best shot for them if they go 4-4. I can see them doing that. The Kings will be tough. Grizzlies will give them a hard time. 76 will give anybody a hard time if healthy. The Nuggets, like you just said, they run that lineup out there, especially with Michael Porter Jr. playing the way he does, and he's starting to, grow. And like we talked about it last week, Nuggets have like one of the most complete teams in the league. I can say the West, yeah, absolutely, but the league. So, and then the Jazz, Mitchell, Ingles, and a few others, that's gonna, I don't know, it's pretty tough. And Gobert, defensively, they're gonna give them trouble. And of course the Pelicans, they might run them off the floor because it's hard. Zion's going, Ball, Ingram, Favors even. You got your shooters with JJ, and you can't forget Drew Holiday. So they're gonna give them trouble. I don't think they'll win in that game. The Rockets, James Harden might have a field day. What's his name? What's that kid's name? With the big ass forehead. Like he's on the Spurs. I can't think of his name. I'm drawing a blank right now. Oh my God. No, not for not. It might be Forrest. Dude with the big forehead with the afro, looking like Kid from Kid and Play. But
well, there's Deontay Murray and Lonnie Walker.
There you go.
I'm excited to see them play, but I don't think they have enough talent to really compete. Plus, I think this is just a coaching run for Becky Hammond because I think Pop is leaving anyway.
Yeah, absolutely. See, I think he might be just done. And what else do you have to do? I mean, you did everything. I mean,
he's coaching in Brooklyn next year, bro.
It wouldn't surprise me. Kyrie probably pissed him off too.
Yeah, I don't see much coming from the Spurs. Thanks for showing up.
All right, Sacramento. I like Sacramento, man. I'm with Buddy and De'Aaron. I love that backcourt. My man Marvin Bagley. He still gotta get a little bit stronger.
He's out though.
Is he out?
I think Bagley's out.
Ooh.
Bagley got hurt.
Okay, so Oh yeah, I remember. Okay, yeah, you did. You called him Mr. Glass. Okay, that's right. So it might be, thanks for coming. See you later, but I'll do it anyway. The Spurs, that's gonna be a nice little matchup. Two young teams going at it. The Magic will probably get at them. I think the Magic takes the W with that one. This is a pretty. It's pretty tough. Well, yeah. Once they hit that after the Pelicans, it gets really rough. Besides the Nets, anyway, they're just as bad. But yeah, they'll probably beat the Nets. Rockets, they'll probably give them a run for their money. Pelicans, that's going to be a fun game, though. I have a
Yeah,
feeling. Yeah, that's going to be fun with the Pelicans, and the Lakers might just,
yeah,
this ain't
yeah,
2002.
yeah. I like that Buddy Fox backcourt. I don't know if it's going to stay together because Buddy apparently wants out
He wants
because
to get
he
paid.
doesn't want to come off the bench. Yeah,
Nah.
he wants to get paid. He deserves the money.
Mm-hmm.
One of the top gunners in the game, but I'm not sure how long that backcourt will last.
Mm-hmm.
Luke Walton might just screw up another team again.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
see much from the Kings here. I don't. They might compete, but I don't see them contending for the A spot.
Nah. There we go.
Yeah. Here's a team I think might really surprise some people depending on the players. From what I saw from Okafor, he looks slim. He looks, in shape, ready to play. Finding that potential, that top draft pick he was selected at. If Okafor and Jackson Hayes plays well, they're already running a fast pace. Lonzo
Mm-hmm.
Ball, JJ Redick. This team is incredibly deep. This is a team that the Lakers really don't want any parts of.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely. I like this team. My bias comes out. I call them New Orleans Blue Devils. um, but yeah, I love this team with Lonzo. Lonzo's been one of my favorite players since he came into the league. I'm just hoping he sticks on the team and just let him grow. Like you said, Lonzo, Ingram, freaking Zion, uh, Okafor. Like I said, he's slimmed down. He's looking good. JJ,
Mm-hmm.
Frank Jackson's a name to look out for. He went to Duke. He's actually getting a footing in the league now. He can shoot. He gets to the rack. He's pretty quick. The other guy they have, Josh Hart.
Yeah.
My one of my favorites. He would have been like Jackson Hayes. Watch out for that kid.
Yeah.
I have a feeling he has like it. What's his name? Melly? What is his name? Melly?
Yeah, Melly. Yeah,
Yeah, he
Melly.
can shoot. He can stretch the floor. I'm just liking this team, and it's just they're in a great position. Like eighth is usually just like eighth's not going to do anything. No, eighth AC might come up and bite you if you're not careful. But yeah,
Right.
I love New Orleans, and they're healthy, and, they're going to be a problem. But you're looking at the schedule right quick. They can easily do a Kings Magic. They can run it at 6-2. I can see them doing that. The Magic, they can beat the Kings, beatable. Spurs, Wizards, easy win. Kings again. The Grizzlies, I like that matchup. I'm liking that matchup right there. I'm going to be watching that. The Clippers, they can give a run for their money depending, because, I don't know if they're going to still be running that maintenance nonsense. And then the Jazz, they might, they can sneak out 8-2. 6-2.
Yeah, it's like a real favorable schedule for the Pelicans. And Brandon Ingram was balling before he got hurt and before the pandemic started. James wants to know, would you offer Ingram the max if you're the Knicks?
Absolutely. Much as I like Knox, I believe he's going to be something. Brandon Ingram is on the verge of superstardom. You put him next to RJ and, even Frank. Then now, and then with a draft pick that we're going to get a point guard. If you put him there, you get Ingram, bright lights, he'll ball out. I mean, I would. James, this is not just my bias speaking. I watched a lot of Brandon Ingram this year, and he really was ready to go. Like even the first just month, he was was it, man. Averaging 23, 24 points a game. I want to say he almost 3 or 4 assists. The rebounding could be a lot better because of his length, but I would definitely do it. You gotta lock these young guys up. If they don't stay with the team, this is when the Knicks, the big time teams, be like, listen, this is what you can be. But the Knicks and sales pitches don't work. But yeah, I would definitely do it, James. Nice, that's a good one. I would definitely do it.
Yeah, I like this Pelicans team. They're really deep, and if they get in that A spot, they give the Lakers a run for their money because they just run up and down the floor. Take another look at. Now we're looking at one of the most dangerous teams known to man here with the Blazers. Dame Lillard, money. He's hit clutch shots in the postseason before. A slim down Melo.
Mm-hmm.
Looking spry. I mean, still doesn't play any type of defense, but he doesn't have to with the front court that's there because Zach Collins and Nurkic are back.
Mm-hmm.
What's your thoughts on the Portland Trailblazers?
You know what time it is. But yeah, I would definitely. And Melo said he's coming for blood, and that I haven't heard Melo say anything like that in a long time. So when he gets skinny, he gets motivated, as he did with the Knicks. When he dropped his weight down, he started balling. But the Blazers, such a wild card because you don't know which way they're gonna go. If they're really good, they're good. If they're bad, you just don't. It's not gonna be good. But if they're firing on all cylinders with this schedule, I'm gonna 6-2. I think they can handle the Grizzlies. Even Boston. Boston is good, but they have their games where they're just like, man, what are you doing?
That front court really get the Celtics in trouble.
Yeah, big time. And no, even they got Whiteside, right? Is White or is he?
Yeah.
Even White
he missed the first scrimmage game, but he might be coming back for the second one.
Okay. Even Zach, like I said, Zach Collins. I mean, you can go so many ways, and you put Melo at power forward, as we know. No, he said he wanted to play small forward, so I want to see what he's going to do there. And
yeah,
go ahead.
Almost like now, you say he's going to play with small forward. They're going to start Zach Collins and Nurkic.
Okay, and Nurkic, that guy, he's another one of my favorite players because he can be a 15-10 guy, but he also can dish the ball. He's kind of like a poor version of Jokic, and the Nuggets were in a great position with those two because either way you would have been fine, but they made the right decision. But McCollum, you know what he's about, and Dame, you know what he's about. But yeah, Portland, I can see 6-2, and I can see them sneaking. I can see them getting in. I can definitely see them getting in. I want them to get in, actually.
They gave the Lakers trouble from the first game back after Kobe's passing. Dame just went off on them. And if they get Mario Hezonja playing like he did before the stoppage, they're a real dangerous team.
Oh, for sure.
Do you see them getting that 8th spot, or do you think the Pelicans get it?
I think the Pelicans have enough to stay where they are. That's why I said this is a sprint now. It's not like you can't take games off. There's no stopping. You gotta go, and you gotta hopefully teams just bomb. But honestly, I rather see the Pelicans because of the youth. I like the youth movements getting to the playoffs and then seeing these kids shine. Zion in the playoffs for the first time, his first year. I like stuff like that. JJ is a playoff vet. Ingram he never had that any kind of playoff experience because he was on a poor Lakers team. Lonzo too. So you just don't. Favors, I believe, was in the playoffs.
Yeah.
With Utah. So I mean, you got a few guys that had playoff moxie, but I want to see the Pelicans and see what they can do with that little fast pace, kind of like a Kings 0-2 kind of role, kind of pace.
Interesting. And here is the current 8th place holder, the Memphis Grizzlies, Ja Morant, Jonas Valanciunas, Brandon Clark on a strong rookie year, Tyus Jones, a real surprising team. And the one X factor that we haven't considered, Jaren Jackson was out for a good portion of the year, so he's coming
Mm-hmm.
back.
Mm-hmm.
And he is one of the most offensively gifted players in the league.
Mm-hmm.
If they can just, looking at the schedule here,
It's tough.
maybe go 4-4.
They go
5-3
4-4.
at best.
Mm-hmm.
They can hold that 8th spot.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe Jaren Jackson would be enough to have him hold that spot. What's your thoughts on the Grizzlies here?
It's another team I like to watch with him, Morant, Ja, and Jaren. Jaren Jackson Sr. He's another good player. So it's in the genes. So but yeah, that's another team. I don't think they say they went away from the grit and grind, but the players that they have are like so tough minded and they are gritty players, but they just happen to be younger. Brandon Clark is a beast. He's going to be a double guy. Jaren Jackson could be, a 20-point, 10 rebound, 3 blocks a game. He's kind of what I want Mitchell Robinson to be. Let's throw a Knicks reference out there since we ain't in here. But yeah, he's kind of what I want to see out of Mitchell Robinson. Not afraid to shoot him. Mitchell got a decent stroke when he decides to actually shoot it in practice, but it's practice. But yeah, I like that. You know what Morant's about. Who else? Tyus Jones. I know all about him. He's a good 3-point shooter. He's a good leader when he gets on the floor. So he knows what he's doing. Valanciunas, I think he's another underrated guy. He's tough. He's someone that you need in that front court. Big body. Oh yeah. He's somebody that can protect, Jaren and make things work for them. But like you said, 4-4, you go 5-4, you hold that spot. And I think Pelicans would be more dangerous than them, but if they can do it. So Memphis, yeah, I can see them holding the spot. I see that too. It's just so many ways you can go with that ace spot that makes it so good.
Yeah, I have the Blazers taking that spot, only because of Lillard, and a motivated Melo is dangerous. The only thing you worry about with Melo is hopefully he remembers whose team it is, because if he comes down and just starts jacking, it can get real dangerous real fast. Yesterday I watched it. Melo took about 3-4 shots in a row, and he had Lillard open in the corner like twice. So, and it's not the NBA unless you got Melo yelling for a rebound.
I got it.
Fuck out of here.
Used to kill me with that. Like, dude, they're on your team. But James came and said we're gonna go back to the mic quick with Nurkic, Collins, Melo, McCollum. Damn, that is a scary lineup. So they can make something happen.
Yeah, I definitely believe Portland would get that one. Here in the 7th spot, the Dallas Mavericks, Luka, KP combo. It's a good chance for KP to finally taste some postseason flavor and get Luka's exciting game in there. And I think there are players short.
Yeah.
From really making any noise.
I agree.
But it's a nice run for Dallas here, considering what they have and the conference they're in. Some of the players I've been looking at recently, Seth Curry, really a forgotten Curry because he can shoot in his own right. It's just that his brother is so great that you forget how good Seth is.
Oh yeah.
With Willie Cauley-Stein out, I'm excited to see how Boban would play if he finally gets some minutes, because he was buried in San Antonio. Doc Rivers buried him in LA. He's a huge body. He has some touch. Maybe he can come in, give you some good minutes in the backup center spot, and make a difference, maybe surprise some people in the West. But they're in the 7th spot. What's your thoughts on the Dallas Mavericks?
Dallas can definitely hold that 7th spot down. KP and Luca they had chemistry before they even played with each other. They definitely, KP, if he can stay on the floor, and actually, my one thing about his game is he doesn't use his length. Like, he tries to shoot way too much. Even Dirk, he formed that, he backed you down a little bit, but he had that little fall away, that one-legged fall away that he can go to. KP needs that. With Luka's gonna be, he's gonna do a little step shot. I've seen Luka penetrate more than KP, and you can't have that. Get down on the block and use your skill. But the Rockets, I can see them actually taking that game. Phoenix, they can take it. Kings, they can take it. Clippers, I don't think they would take that. The Bucks are gonna give them the last time KP and Giannis went against each other. But the Jazz, they can beat. They can do about 6 I can see a 6-2 actually. They really can. That's the ceiling. 6-2, the worst 4-4.
Yeah, if they do that and Rockets kind of struggle, they can sneak up into that 6th spot. But with this conference, the seeding is so weird that some teams won't match up well against others. And speaking of the 6th spot, we're going to go there now and take a look at the Houston Rockets, one of the most Jekyll and Hyde teams in the league. Incredibly talented. They got 2 of the top 10 players in the league, but they're 5-out ball. What's your thoughts on the Houston Rockets?
The size and Clint Capella not being there will be huge. If they have who's even their center? Don't they have a 6'8" center?
Covington.
Yeah, no. He's great on defense. Kobe's
PJ Tucker.
Yeah, they're great on defense, but size wins in the playoffs. Size wins. You staying with the Warriors. What happened when they got Bogut? And he wasn't, I believe he won Rookie of the Year, didn't he? But he wasn't Rookie of the Year Bogut, but he had size. Any team.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter. Toronto, Marc Gasol, Serge Ibaka, they had size. It's just a way of nature. Even though they say, the big man game is dead, but you need a big man to win a championship because you need somebody that's going to clog the middle and make big stops. So that size is going to kill them. They make it they're going to make it. On talent alone with Westbrook and Harden, it's really hard not to actually get there. But they're going to 76ers is, I was talking about them. They're going to give them trouble. The Pacers they can beat. Spurs they can beat. Kings they can do it. So they're going to go best case. I'm gonna be really lenient right now and go 5-3.
That's real lenient.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Bucks, Lakers, and 76ers.
Okay.
They can snatch a win. They can snatch a win with that. Then, out of those 3 teams, maybe. Then we'll see.
Yeah, they're messing around with in the 3 to 6 slot. So, these games are important to them. And they added some players in Nwaba, Damari Carroll, Luke Baamute, and Thabo Cephalosha to try to add some a defensive presence and still remain small. I don't see them in this 5-out system with the competition in the West, because the West is way too big for them. Harden is a great offensive player, but we've seen their 3-point exhibition in the playoffs before. see how it happens. It's another D'Antoni experiment. They don't play defense anyway. It's
Exactly.
social distancing at its best.
Mm-hmm.
Getting to the. Oh, wait a minute. Let's skip one. All right.
Utah.
Yeah. Got the Utah Jazz here. Um, Bogdanovich is out. They're gonna wear a patch for Jerry Sloan for the rest of the for the remainder of the season.
Mm-hmm.
This is an interesting team to me with the spider and the spreader. You know,
I like that. Jesus Christ. But
what you got in the Jazz here?
it's a tough one. This is a tough schedule for these guys. And what's he doing?
I think I had it wrong. I think they're third.
So
No, they're
really,
fourth.
yeah, they'll make it regardless. But it's going to be a tough schedule. Right off the jump, New Orleans and OKC, well, and the Lakers. So they might bomb all three games. I see OKC. No, they might be able to beat the Pelicans. Because the youth might show up with them. So that's the thing about New Orleans. If they are clicking on all cylinders, they'll give you trouble. But the youth, you really got to think of. But so the Jazz, Lakers, I can't see them beating the Lakers. Grizzlies, they can squeeze one out the Spurs. Nuggets give them trouble. Dallas give them trouble. Spurs. So I'll say I don't think they lose any ground. 4-4. I say they stay neutral. If Rudy Gobert can stay the hell away from touching things and stay as healthy, and then Mitchell kind of step up his game a little bit, not play hero ball too much. He's gonna have to trust in his teammates like the Ingles and did Moutier have COVID too? Did he just get that?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're not sure what you're gonna get from here, so you got to depend on guys like Nito, and a few other guys they have. I can't remember the team to be honest.
Royce O'Neal, he just got paid for a little bit. He's been really showing out this season. But
he's a good shooter.
The big name I'm really looking to see here is Conley.
Yes.
Underrated point guard in the league. Winner of a horse title over the pandemic. Solid lefty, but the Jazz played defense well. They're usually a very deep team. The loss of Bogdanovich, I think, will hurt more than we expect. But I like the Jazz. They're not bad, but
no,
I don't think they're great either.
No, they just don't have enough. In basketball, you can play defense, but you got to score. And who's going to be able to? Donovan's the only one that can actually get to the rack, or maybe hopefully get to the line and actually get you buckets there. And yeah.
I missed it, but we forgot to mention the Oklahoma City Thunder. They're actually in the 5th spot.
Okay.
So, I thought I had the schedule here, but you CP3, his playoff pedigree, he's always down for a good competition, but I'm not sure he has enough weapons alongside him to really push through. From what I'm hearing, Dennis Schroeder, who I had as 6th man of the year, he's expecting a child soon, so he may be leaving the bubble as well. So that's gonna be a big loss for them. If the Thunder plan to make any noise in the seedings.
Yeah, they won't make any. Now they'll get there, but they won't make any noise, like you said, with Schroeder time being out. I can't see it. Gallinari is going to be the wild card, I believe, for that team. Because he can get you 18, 20 a game with some health, then you might be, you'll be a little bit more competitive. But CP by himself can't do it. And Shy, SGA, he is young, and you can't put all that on him. And I can't see him actually making that step right now.
Right.
It's kind of like CP3 would be coaching him through and trying to push him through to the, to the promised land. But You're not going to be able to do it. Not going to be able to do it.
Nah, it's a tall order for the Thunder, but Billy Donovan's done a pretty good job with them this year, and I'm surprised they made it this far.
Sure.
I hear the number 3 seed, Denver Nuggets. You said that they were the deepest team in the league. Where more do you see in the Nuggets that we don't see?
I mean, just the lineup, like they showed you. You bringing Bull out of here. They pulled him out of the chamber, man. They just said, all right, we're gonna run Joker at the point, and I'm gonna run Bull at freaking power forward. But you just go down the line, man. It's just Joker. Millsap, underrated. Don't ever forget about Millsap. He's gonna do what he has to do on the floor. Porter's come a long way from his back injury, and he's looking healthy. Who else? Jamal Murray, Gary Harris, Jeremy Grant. He has come a long way with his shooting. You can say he will knock down a shot now. They traded Malik Beasley away, but who else did they have on that team? Jamal Murray. Him.
Yeah, you got Noah Vonleh there too.
Noah Vonleh, yeah, he's all right. He'll get you, minutes. I just think they can. There's somebody I'm forgetting on this team. I really am. It's bothering me. Hold on a second. I can do this. So when you get old, your memory starts going a little bit.
Yeah, I mean that and hair, right?
Yeah, I'm over my hair. I got rid of that real quick. I'm good though.
That's what's up.
Monte Harris, there we go. That's another one. Monte Harris, he's another one that can shoot. I mean, everybody in that lineup can shoot. Everybody. Troy Daniels, don't forget about him. He can play. He can shoot. It's Torrey Craig is another one that can shoot. My God, the other Mace in your face from Duke, Mason Plumlee.
Oh, Plumlee.
Yeah, yes, sir. Don't listen. Watch him out. And don't forget about Will the Throw Barton. You're not telling me that's not a deep team. I don't know what it is, man.
Yeah, you're right. That Denver team is really deep. A slim down Joker. If they get, and looking at this schedule here, I mean, they might be able to jump up to the 2 seed. The Clippers got some players that are going to be sitting out. I'm not sure they'll return. But the Denver Nuggets are scary. They were up quite a considerable margin in that 7th game last season. But I like this Denver team, especially with Joker coming into shape.
Oh, for sure. Sure, I'm liking them.
Get to the 2nd place Clippers. West Side connection of Kawhi and Paul George, one of the best defensive teams in the league. You get Montrezl Harrell, poor man's Rodman, right?
Yeah, I'll give him poor man's Rodman. That's about it. I don't know about that Moses Malone stuff. You got to be able to score if you're gonna call yourself Moses Malone. And Harrell ain't it. But yeah, he's solid though. He's somebody that you need on team. He's like a big version of freaking Patrick Beverly, always talking you out of your game. He's gonna do what he gotta. He's gonna get dirty on the floor. He's a great player. Him and Beverly are like teammates made in heaven. Because you love them if they're on your team, you hate them if they're not.
Right, and this team here, I think. They got one of the Morris twins, and you got Joakim Noah. He buried, they dug him up out of somewhere. Exactly.
Never heard of him.
JaMychal Green. So this team has some players. They're defensively sound. Doc Rivers is an experienced coach. I don't see them jumping up to the 1 spot, but they're just looking to get their rhythm going and really take off for the playoff run. But it's like they're expecting the finals.
Oh yeah, sure. 7-1 for me, especially if Kawhi and PG's playing. Yeah, they're probably gonna go 7-1. Don't forget he's a gunner. Marcus Morris. You seen what he did with the Knicks. He was really the leader that they did. I miss Mook. He's one of those dudes that you love to see. He actually elevated his game with the Knicks, as a lot of players that you don't expect to, they do. Noah, whatever. Uh, Zubac, you can't forget about him.
Right.
That kid is starting to. He's growing as a player. Patrick Patterson's still there. Like you said, Harold, Michael Green, I like. Patrick, Chicago Tough, Beverly. Um, wait, hold on. Is Isaiah Thomas on the team? Did they cut him?
No, they cut him.
Okay, I thought so.
They got Reggie. No, they got Reggie Jackson.
Okay, there you go. That's another one. He's experienced. He can drop buckets, and I'm about to say, well, like I'm Lou Will 6, man, like Lou Will, but can't forget about Lou Williams doing it for a long time,
Nah.
walking bucket. Man, it's just man, it's crazy that he's been in the league for that long. He doesn't score, but Clippers 7-1.
Okay.
Back on LA, huh?
Yeah. The other half of a West Side connection. Top gun in the West to LA Lakers. LeBron's on a mission. Got AD as his partner. Possible MVP, Defensive Player of the Year, teaming up to bring a title back to LA. Bringing J.R. Smith and Dion Waiters along for the ride with him. If he can keep them in line, and they got, as always, the team. The story with LeBron is surrounded with shooters. Denny Green, KCP, Rondo suffered an injury, so he's out for 6 to 8 weeks. So we're going to look to players like Caruso to really step up. I mean, the Lakers all season, this has been their title to lose. What do you see here from the LA Lakers?
I see a nice little. I can see them going 7-1 as well. With the Clippers giving them trouble, the most trouble. Maybe the Nuggets, the Raptors. Without Kawhi, that's kind of. I mean, they can do so much, but LeBron, this is a win for Kobe kind of thing. So they're going to be playing motivated. Yeah, and LeBron, he's starting to see his window kind of close. So he's going to be putting this all into it. You got your Danny Greens. Like you said, you got Caruso Goat, as they call him. They need to stop that shit. Dwight Howard, he's playing motivated. That ugly ass hair gotta go, but he's playing well. KCP, I love. Kyle Kuzma, I love. I was high on him coming out of school. Oh God, Jared Dudley, I can't stand him. How the hell he's still on the team?
Jared Dudley's that vet you need in the playoffs.
Yeah, Dookie. That's who he is. Yeah, you're right. He is a person that you need to fill up a goddamn seat on the bench. But
I hate disrespecting.
I got you damn right, man. Avery Bradley, if he's playing.
He's out. Bradley's
he's out? Okay, he's out.
Yeah.
So JaVale McGee, that's another big body. In my shower, JaVale McGee. But they got the size, and my guy Quinn Cook,
right?
Nice little outside shooter for them. He played well. Don't sleep on J.R. Henney. Don't sleep on. I mean, listen. If he could get J.R. Smith and Dion Waiters, two biggest head cases to play right, LeBron is the coach of the year. I don't care what anybody says. And I'm just done with the conversation. Because Dion Waiters, he's going to be eating his off the rail ass, all the talent in the world. But, man, if keeping your head on straight was a fucking job, he would be unemployed fucking his whole life. But, yeah, but he canned a few, threes, got a 3 to the dome going yesterday when I seen. But Lakers, LA, man. They gave 7-1, and they're going for that chip. Like I said, win for Kobe. That'll motivate players.
Yeah, man. It's more or less the Lakers. Say the Lakers title to lose. We'll see what happens here. Because if they get, like I said, the Blazers in that 8th spot, they're gonna be in trouble.
Oh, for sure, for sure. 'Cause Dame, that's my favorite point guard right now. Damian Lillard. That guy in the playoffs, man, the freaking clinchers he hit, just the first one coming off with the Rocket. Whoa, boom, cash. Paul George, he said it was a terrible shot. He splashed it right in your eye. That's how it was so terrible. But Dame, man, that dude, that he is must just watch TV, man. Just an awesome player. He's a gamer. You know, Compton. Well, is he from Compton?
He's from Oakland.
Oh, there. I'm sorry. My bad for my West Coast people. But yeah, you know, it's Oakland, Oakland tough. You know, Jason Kidd. You know, what else? The other guy's name? Freaking that came from Oakland. Oh, Gary Payton, another one. They breed dudes like that. They breed dudes. So he's a player I would love to have on my team. But Dame and McCollum, those guys are awesome. Hopefully Melo can get his head out of his ass and actually play team ball. Like, listen, man, you want it down. You want a shot for a chip. You gotta calm it down. But the West has been the best for, you know, years. Let's be honest. Toronto won, but
yeah,
it's always fun to watch because you know what's going to happen, but it's always interesting because the battles that they have, and I just can't wait to see it unfold. Just like the same thing, you know, they're back.
Yeah, I'm glad we're finally getting something on TV, and you're over here messing up the West Coast because you just disrespect Snoop Dogg. But yeah, find something to watch on TV. It's gonna be exciting to watch. You know, catching the opening day yesterday, real big disappointment, but it's gonna be exciting. Along all of our life group networks over in Baseball Life, you know, Dong City, they do a great job. Oh, that's a nice little banner you got there, man.
Ooh. Baseball group in the business. We out there, man. Thank you, Henry. This is dope, bro. Appreciate it.
Yeah, man. And over football, finally get that season going. Randy and Matt on the Audible. Catch them Tuesday nights over in Football Life. So yeah, it's gonna finally get some action. It's gonna be real great.
Mm-hmm. Don't forget about, you know, the lab. You know, my dudes Johnny and Matt chefing it up. I love those guys. They know what they're doing also. And give a shout out to, you know, the flagship Wrestling Life. You know, pod jobbers, baby. All right, Jay, you got something there, boy. I like that. That and what up your marks? I like that. That shit is awesome. But you know, it's the life difference, as we always say. You know, all of us, we put in the work. You know, we love doing it. Love working with you guys. Love working with you, but bro. You know, I appreciate you. These groups are just better than I can imagine. You know, and I'll say one thing: the Mets win a World Series. Y'all never hit the freaking end of it. It will be a non-stop party. All right. I had to deal with you and the Nets when listen. Yeah, you're gonna be sweating, all right. Whoa, hey, Cameron. But but yeah, it's definitely it will be nice. But I do appreciate every one of you guys in this group. You know, you took a chance on us, you let us do our thing, you let us run the show like we wanted it, and it's very much appreciated. And thank you. Everybody keep watching. Let's make it grow.
Yeah, all of our influx of members across the group, you can catch, you can subscribe to the Life Group podcast channel on the YouTube, as well as your Anchor, catch them on Spotify.
Mm-hmm.
And we throughout the groups, you know, football, pop culture, and baseball, you know, all across the board, man. It's been real great.
Absolutely, it's always great. Great.
Word, man. So, you got any parting words for our audience, bro? Right now.
Shut up. Don't disrespect my guy. But yeah, thank you, whoever's tuning in. James, thank you for, you know, blowing up the comments. I appreciate that. My fellow Knick fan. We'll get there one day. We'll be celebrating, maybe getting to the playoffs. One day, things are going to get easier. Well, but once again, shout out to all the life group. Shout out to you. Let's keep on rolling. Allen Houston episode number 20. We're gonna keep it coming to you. We're gonna go, you know, not one, not two, not three, not four, not five, not six, not seven. We're gonna keep going. We're gonna pass 20. We're gonna get to 100. We get to 100. That's what we're aiming for. Plus more.
Plus more. Yeah, bro. So it's just been a great episode, and you can catch us back at our regularly scheduled spot next Wednesday, 8 o'clock. And as always, brother,
Sure.
great working with you, and until the next episode, go out.